What up, mangas? I am back with another video. We are Metaphor ReFantazio's 13th chapter. Yep. This adapts the execution scene from the game. Now, as you know, I've been playing the game a while. I haven't played back. I haven't been on it quite a little bit for a while, but I know that. So yeah, but I'm currently on the specific portion of the story. Like, I'm pretty far ahead of the manga at this portion. And the way this chapter ends sets up that specific arc I'm on. So I just got a text in. Gives know how I didn't say out of all the stuff, this is actually my favorite chapter of the manga. Because its changes help actually really good. It does not degrade, it does not rush anything. This feels just good. It elevates the scene in the game. And yeah, I actually prefer it more than the game version. Everyone, I actually ordered the first volume of the manga off of eBay. So they're kind of hard to get off of Amazon, so I just use eBay for them sometimes. So it should be arriving in a few days or so. I also collect volume 2 when I can. They're pretty cheap on eBay. Like around £8. Or $10 in Europe and the US. I don't know when this is planned to release the manga in English. If they are going to do that. They currently released the Persona 5 manga in English, which is still ongoing at the time of recording. Like, flipping heck. Like, I haven't even read the manga, but last time I checked a while back, they was up to the Psy arc. They haven't even gone to the Maoki arc yet, since they're adding content from Royal as well. It was out before Royal started, so they included Royal elements. Okay, that's not big. Anyway, out of all the chapters, this is actually the best one in the entire series. I don't hate the manga, I do like it, but it definitely has a lot of problems when it comes to some choices. I like chapter 1 for being something different for the best, doing something a little different with the story art. The Will Strong meet early. Instead of helping Hulkenberg in the carriage, like she was in the game. I like that, but some of the things I did not like. Will Awaken doing the first fight against human, the first human fight. Well, not the first fight. You get what I mean. Basically, they assault the Battle of the Capital. Because in the game, that battle happens after Hulkenberg awakens her powers. So having Will Awaken in that battle really affected the story, especially for Hulkenberg and Stroll, as they literally just awaken during the second arc. Awakening at the same time. When their awakenings in the games are thematical for the purpose, focusing on their characters and motivations and what led them to unlock that power. So yeah, I criticize it because I'm a true fan. I'm a fan of the game. I love it. Anyway, before I go on, I actually want to show you what I also got today. Got this in the post. Yes, I know it's a children's book, but I bought it because I grew up with the Noddy series. I grew up with Make Way for Noddy in the 2000s. This is a reprint of the book that started all Noddy Goes to Toyland. And, well, there was an animated pilot for it. You can find it easily on YouTube. And they cut some of the pages down for time. There were some more changes. Not that many changes, with small amounts as all. It's just small changes. Not too detriment. But weird enough, there's one character whose design changed slightly. And that's this character. I think I'll explain more when I actually do a review on that pilot. So that's all part of my book. So I can talk about the pilot on my book channel. So Anyway, back on topic. Let's get into the chapter. So the chapter opens up with the start of the ceremony to hold the announcement for the first round. As everyone's able to present their heads. As the guy from the St. Luke's Church, what was his name again? I forgot. Well, he plays a bit of a key role, much later in the game. Becoming an ally, come to support with your cast. What was it again? I forget, bro. It's I can't remember. Anyway, he answers that once the ceremony is over, there'll be another come soon. There'll be another challenge. Basically, only 20 people can move on to the next round. You don't know. They must show their popularity by having their heads on the statue. So we cut to again who are worried. And we learn, as we learn what exactly happened. Basically, it was Lewis' fault. Someone came to him while I was working on the runner last night, and not praising his runner so much, they ended up drinking. And when he came to, it was gone. Shame Huckleberry didn't score him. And there's some things that are not here than it was in the game. Because there's a change in plot, slightly. And I'll get to that towards the end of the chapter. But Stroh says they shouldn't blame him too much. It's their fault for leaving him in charge in the first place. When they know he could fuck up. After playing the game, beating it, I came to like Lewis' character. I do like the twist with the twist that comes later. And the meaning behind the attack is his name, Will. And there's canon. You can basically his name is more relevant in a way. That's actually pretty interesting. A name that's pretty relevant to the story. That's not what I mean, it's relevant to the character. That's the only name he's going by. No other names. Which I like. Also, I learned that this isn't the only manga by Atlas we published in Jump. Yeah, I'm not kidding. See, back in 2013, I think. In V Jump, I think there was a spin-off. There was a manga spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei 4, focused on another character, one of the main characters. Basically, one of the choice-based characters. Whose ideology you choose. And that's all. There was also a Persona manga in Jump. Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. That was actually based on Persona 2. It's both an Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, but only lasted 3 volumes and never released outside of Japan except for France. I gotta look on eBay for those, because I want to collect them. Alice has big things in store for the Persona franchise this year. Maybe we'll get more information on the Persona 4 remake. So when we got one trailer, it was just a tease. Things can change. We don't see any other cutscenes reanimated or anything like that. So we're keeping that low down for now. Understandable, so it could possibly release in 2027 something else this year, or release in late. So we'll just wait and see. But anyway, you don't do that here. Heismate has a suggestion. Everyone presents their head. It's now time for again to present their head. They don't have any. This is what Heismate's idea was. Use him. Use one to give his head. Now this adds a lot more tension to the scene compared to the game, since they already had their head prepared from the start. Since there's a whole thing. But I like the manga version a little better. just adds a lot of tension. And just the way the lines are done. If you're reading the manga, then let me know what you think of the scene between the game and manga. Which one do you like better? Feel free to leave in the comments down below. So let's continue. So anyway, that's what when Prince presented. I was also revealed that Glowdell's one who stole the head. I mean, that was kind of obvious. But I like the manga's more comedic. Game allows to be a lot more comedic. And that's when Joanna shows up. Saying she's offering her head. The head they bought is hers. But she confesses the truth. The crime she's committed. Stroke questions Barna and he's okay. This was Joanna's idea. News is the one who told him about the particular. It was Joanna's idea. She was going to confess. She was going to turn herself in for her crimes anyway. But doing this is more publicly humiliated. Barna knows that, but this is Joanna's wish. You must respect that. Adds a lot more emotion to the scene as well. It gives Barna a really good emotional reaction compared to the game. We was sad. We didn't see... This adds a lot more layers to it. But at least to me. So, declaring the things are true. She's going to be executed. What she does is... She basically tells Will to live his dreams. Make this world better. And... Well... Will says like he did in the game, I will. But it's more like, I will. That's a lot more emotion to it. Because you feel the emotion in the scene. What Joanna did was wrong, but you can't help but feel sorry for her. She was... it definitely affected her mind because of what happened to her child. People cruelly killed... People killed, the nanny killed him, people just didn't care just because he was half-breed. Disgusting. So you can't help but feel sorry for Joanna. And this is why she's repenting for her crimes by her own choice. This is her own choice, the way to go out. I respect her for that. Makes her one of the best dungeon villains out there in this game. Because it has more emotional stake. Compared to the first dungeon, it's more of a tutorial dungeon. Kind of. No, it's a full-on proper dungeon battle. Since the game had a tutorial dungeon. And when this continues into the mind too. Until all the way up to Stroll's Awakening is the tutorial portion of the game. So yeah. Anyway, you don't really see... Well, I know it happened off screen in the game as well, but... Still, even though we don't see it, we hear it. And it adds a different medium, that's going to be tough. But still... You can really show... Not fully show it, but... Just show the axe going down, then see the blood. Yeah, that's all we can see. There are a lot more emotion in the scene, so... Might not nitpick with that. I'm going to try to end with a tease of... that story character. Basically a plot point for later in the... It's a plot point that comes a bit later in the game. But that's the next arc. Right? Why are you teasing this character at the end right now? Maybe hinting at his role later. But this arc is a focus on that. I guess it's going to be a pretty short arc. That's my guess. Bit shorter in the game. For one, it's not that much to count. The whole point, not going to be that much content, since most of it was gameplay. So mostly that'll be cut down. So, but overall, this is my favourite chapter, just for how it was presented. It's better than some of the other changes they made. Again, the whole Awakening thing was rushed, in my opinion. Now, Ice Awakening was still good in the manga. But I've listened to watching all the Awakenings recently. The game did a better job of them, but now. But there's still 3 more party members to happen, which is amazing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. All the videos because I'm in the future. I'll see you guys later for JoJo. Plan to continue reading. Finish up the 2-minute boom arc, which is the first standby arc. So I'll see you guys later. So we'll jump out.